Hey, hey, it's me, Colleen. It's Sunday. It's ding the bell. Come on in. We have got a big night. It's Sunday, and I have an update. It's with our Pete. It's a Pete victory. We have to get pumped up. This is really heavy, but I'm psyched up. I have to get back to the gym. It's a big night. So here we go. Let me set this down. I have to get my glasses on. Big update. Welcome to my world. Come on in. First off, first and foremost, this is a big, big thing. Did I not tell you I am going to a famous gym? My Becky and Pete have started a brand new gym. It is my New York gym right here in Perm, Minnesota. And Pete has competed for a world CrossFit World Championship. And I'm not kidding you. Out of all the people in the whole world, my Pete is 694th in the world. Now, this is amazing. I told you, but now it gets better. For a thing called a front squat, he did 370 pounds. Is that even possible? And guess what he placed in that? I mean, those things that are at the end of that bar, it's like this wide per side. And guess what his number was there in the world? Sit down. 40th. That's my Pete. I told you I'm hanging out with big time people here. So I'm telling you, I have to get in shape. I'm Division I ball player, but I'm telling you, I am with some big time people. So welcome to my world. Come on in. I'm in development and I have got to work on mindset. So come on in. 40th. And I have got to go there tomorrow. So come on in. It's Sundays. And tonight we have to put the problem on the table. One day a week is just a great day. We always pick Sundays in our family that if we had a problem, we kind of had to wait until Sunday dinner to show up, and we better come with a few ideas. Tonight it's Mother's Day, so we're not going to really bring a problem, but we're going to bring a few things to ponder. And perhaps giving us words to think about this week. The first word that I picked for tonight is mindset. And maybe I have a few little questions to ask you in the middle of this. So welcome to my world. Come on in. Sunday, one day a week that we put these problems on the table with some ideas. I like to have you put some possibilities and leave some comments in the section below. As a coach, I was raised on the 7 days of balance and living life on purpose. If you are traveling here on the internet, I hope you rest here a while. Make these 7 days become your traveler's rest. Each day on my live streams, I will be highlighting living life on purpose with the balance. And I hope you share with me some of your life on how you live on purpose and seek a balance. Cancer changed my game years ago, and today is Mother's Day. My son called, and I haven't seen him for probably since Christmas for a few days. The conversation, was a blessing today. He told me about his favorite Mother's Day was a few years ago, and he brought me breakfast. I was a kind of a hard day for me physically, and so he brought me breakfast and brought his guitar. I was on another drug for some cancer issues, and it had terrible side effects. I was ballooned up. I was real heavy at the time, and so he brought his guitar, brought me breakfast, and he sat on bed and he sang "Buddy" by Willie Nelson and "Purple Rain," and I'll just never forget it. It was about 4 years ago, actually. So it was just a real blessing. And so we talked about that. And so today it's fun that you all had your time with your reminiscing of the mothers we've had and the mothers that you are. And I'm glad to share my Mother's Day with you. I'm a writer, a playwright, and a head coach, and my podcast is coming soon. And I will highlight these Club 33 members who are the diamonds of my past, present, and the ones I've yet to meet, who have inspired my 7 days of living life on purpose. This digital home of rare people, places, and voices, and I'm sharing them with you on a map. Today, I want to tell you about a lesson I taught my son at about 2 years old, because that's when I was given a year to live. And it had to deal with, I guess the pop culture word here is mindset. But this very famous woman here, I guess you would call, her name was Carol Dweck, I guess is how you pronounce it. But she has two sets of two beliefs of mindset, a growth and a fixed. And when he was 2 years old, I had him pick a word. It was so cute how he said it. It was possibilities. And, I really wanted him to understand that word very, very young. And with the mindset, your mindset is a set of beliefs, she says, that shape how you make sense of the world and yourself. It influences how you think and feel and behave in any given situation, including how we solve problems. And isn't this the truth? It says that people that are successful have this growth mindset. So I want you all to hold me accountable that if I ever come here and have the fixed mindset, I want you to challenge me to stay on that other side of possibilities. What is possible? A fixed mindset. If you have a fixed mindset, she says, you believe that your abilities are fixed traits and therefore cannot be changed. You may also believe that your talent and intelligence alone leads to success, and effort is not required. On the flip side, if you have a growth mindset, you believe that your talents and abilities can be developed, which is why I always say I am in development. Oh dear. Over time, through effort and persistence. Well, thank goodness. Not every one of us can become a Mozart or a Einstein, but I do believe that if we keep attempting to get better, that at least we can keep working at it. So here's one of the things that she says here is there's two primary sources of mindset, to praise and label, both of which occur very early in life. It's interesting with parenting. I did not give my son a report card till 9th grade. This was very easy to do as we did online school for most of his childhood. That was due to many other different videos we'll get into. I had my son feel if he was getting an A. It was kind of a feeling. I think most kids know when they're getting an A, don't they? You can tell by how hard they work if they're into it. When he was about 3-4 years old and I would have him start discovering the words, I would have him put emotion into it. And so I think it's really simple to figure out a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset, because some kids live for the A and get the praise with the A's, and some kids get the emotion from the hard work. And as an athlete with us, we had a coach, and I got to say that she was pretty tough. And we never quite knew if we pleased her or not, because even if we won by, say, like 8 or 10, she wasn't really always the happiest. So I just think it's great to because she knew when we worked hard and when we could have worked harder. So sometimes the score of even a good score win. So I really like this concept of mindset, and I want to ask you a couple questions. It says here, do you have a fixed or growth mindset? So let's challenge each other here for a minute. To find out, start by reading the following statements and decide which ones you agree with most. So you're born with number one, you're born with a certain amount of intelligence, and it isn't something that can be changed. Now, that would be fixed or growth. So, of course, that is fixed. So, number two, no matter who you are, there isn't much you can do to improve your basic abilities or personality. Alrighty then, that would be fixed. Number three, people are capable of changing who they are. That would be growth. So thank goodness we can change who we are. Number four, you can learn new things and improve your intelligence. Now there's one. I hope we can all believe that. Number five, that is called growth. Number five, people either have particular talents or they don't. You can't just acquire talent for things like music, writing, art, or athletics. Now, if you come tomorrow on Monday's Arts and Craft Day or Arts and Culture Day, that's one of my favorite days because if you look at a kid, they are all artists. And if you go to nursing homes and assisted livings and things, when I see the elderly, and I live with my dad, he's 93, and they have a talent for just tackling arts and crafts. And I just think it's a wonderful thing. And I think we should all go back to our childhood and pick up yarn or something and believe that we can be an artist. So of course that is a fixed mindset. Number six, studying, working hard, and practicing new skills are all ways to develop new talents and abilities. Okay, that is growth. So these are the kind of fun things as a coach, your head coach, that I'm going to be challenging you with at these live streams. Today, when I talked to my son, I want to tell you that the secret when I worked with him at a very young age, as he is a math major now, we were in public school for one particular year in third grade, and the whole class failed at math in third grade. And I saw the writing on the wall very young and he believed he was terrible at math. So I did pull him and got him a very aggressive math program. And today he's a math major, and he is just excelling in math. And he's taking a thing called, I can't really pronounce it. His dream is to get one of these things called a PhD, but we'll see how far it goes. I believe he can, but it's called probabilities, and I just call it possibilities. It stems from a mindset. There are words that when he was very young, 2 years old, that I just agreed to never use in our home. Things that were a list like no. I also said we're never going to use don't run. I always said run. I never used can't. I never said things like don't talk to strangers. I always encouraged him to talk to strangers, especially in our hometown of Perm, because everybody's wonderful here. But most importantly, it was the critical thinking. Not to criticize, but I taught him the difference of what critical thinking was. Who, what, where, when, why, how, and right now. And those were the most fascinating words to him. And he would grab my cheeks. Who, what, where, when, why, how, now. And when I meet adults that know those words, it's exciting. So I hope today, as we look at Sunday, and putting the problem on the table, if there are family that sits with you at your table and there are problems, I hope you can bring up the critical thinking words. And the other thing on a mindset that will help us and help me is to remember the 3 A's. And I hope you remember them before noon. And my son was taught this very young, that if he wants to have a good day, to make sure to come to me with attention, affection, and to have affirmation, to tell me I did something right today. And this morning before he hung up, he had all 3 A's wrapped up with a bow. And I just skipped and ran the whole rest of the day. These are all the things I'm coaching on 7 days a week. I have a team, and I'm going through my Club 33 letters now, and I'm going to start my pods. And I'm so proud to be with a son who has a mindset of what is possible and who thinks, how can this work? He does the 3 A's with me and his girlfriend before noon. He asked who, what, where, when, how, and asked what's happening right now. He does talk to strangers. He runs. He doesn't say no all the time. So tonight, as we ponder all these parenting days and celebrate our parents, let's keep doing better. And let's challenge each other to tilt our mindset towards growth, like Pete on those big bars. And let's believe that we can get stronger minds, even under pressure. Sundays are ding the bell. Everyone needs 1 day a week to sit at the table and put our mindset to the test and tilt it to what's possible and how can this work. Becoming a preservationist is my life's passion. I am a head coach, building a digital home to live life on purpose. Thank you to all our kids and to their friends. You know, my son's girlfriend is just blowing my mind. She is graduating this year, and I'm so proud of her. And she is seeking possibilities. So let's celebrate our kids' mindset, and let's be proud of where they're at. They're so far ahead of the game when it comes to what's possible, and they're really looking up, aren't they? And they are running after their goals. Let's keep learning. I see my wall tonight. My girlfriend Sherry. I mean, these people are so talented. And you adults are king to this COVID thing. You know, I see guitars and music and concerts happening in your living rooms. Drop me a note to file down there. Thank you for what you're doing and stimulating this internet. There are a lot of things possible out there. I want to meet you. Your stories, they matter. I want you to tell it. And tell it at your tables. Tell how you live your lives on purpose and how you're celebrating your histories, living it right now. So find your rocks, grab a ball, and build a team. Look for a feather, hope is all around. So jump, bounce, and fly with me 7 days on purpose. I teach it, I preach it, and repeat it with a balance. Like, share, and engage with me, and remember me. And Sundays are for Ding the Bell, and they are for those who dare. Be avant-garde, be rare. Remember me. Sincerely, Colleen.